Hi, I'm Kelly Loy Gilbert, and I'm here today to give you 7 reasons to be riveted by my book, When We Were Infinite. Number 1 is it's about a group of friends who are everything to each other. The main character, Beth, after having some family troubles, has built sort of this found family out of her group of best friends. It's a cast of 5 Asian American characters who live in the San Francisco Bay Area. And they are super tight-knit, and the book really explores what it's like to be at that time in your life when your friends are everything to you, when they're your whole world, and you've built this universe together where you guys are the most important thing to each other, and yet sort of always this drumbeat of, high school's going to end, and pretty soon the friends are going to go their separate ways. And so this is the story about finding yourself and your place in the world against that backdrop. Number 2, the story is set in the San Francisco Bay Area, which is a super fun place to read about. It's so interesting. It's super diverse. The area that the story is set is a high school that has like super high pressure. It's this like pressure cooker environment on the students, and really this success-driven culture. And I think it's so interesting to read about students and people who are trying to survive this area. Number 3 is it asks the question and explores the question of what do we owe one another, and how do you save somebody else without losing yourself? So Beth has these friends that she cares about so much, and when one of them when they learn that one of them is at risk, it makes her question, how can we save him? And she tries to pour her whole self into saving him, and starts to discover the ways that that's complicated, and to wonder if it's even possible, and how can she be this person for him, and how can she do that without losing parts of herself that are also really crucial. Number 4 is the relationship between Beth and Jason, the person who is at risk. Beth has been in love with Jason almost her whole life, as long as she's known him. He's someone that she feels fully seen by, and feels this really strong and deep connection to. And she's never brought it up with him because she doesn't want to ruin the friendship, and she has no idea how he feels. But they have this really complex and complicated relationship where there's so much between them that's fraught and longing, and at the same time they have this connection that makes them the only 2 people in the world, even inside this really close friendship, who really understand each other. Number 5 is it's a story about healing and about finding your way out of despair. When something awful happens to Jason during the book, it sends him down this very dark and destructive path. I wanted to write a story about finding your way out of what seems like the end. I wanted to write a story that explores the resilience and the hope of these characters, and how they're able to create a life for themselves and create hope again for themselves when it seems like all hope is lost. Number 6, the book has gotten 4-star reviews. It's been called astonishingly empathetic and impressive and hopeful. And number 7, this is truly the book of my heart. I started writing this book over a decade ago. In the first draft, everybody had landlines. No one even had cell phones or email or any of that. And it's been with me, for so much of my life. The characters have really grown in that time. They feel so real to me. I feel so intimately connected to all of them. And I've poured so much of myself into this book, and it truly is the book of my heart. Thank you so much for joining me, and those are my 7 reasons to read When We Were Infinite, and why to be riveted by it.